Uh-oh. You didn't tell me you shrunk. Ant-Man and the Wasp is yet again directed by Peyton Reed and stars Evangeline Lilly and Paul Rudd, and we are joined yet again with our tiny hero, but Scott Lang is now under house arrest after the events of Captain America's Civil War. But while he's there, he is faced with trials and tribulations as he has to help Hope Van Dyne, who is now the new Wasp, find her mother and deal with all things family related in his own life, and they also have to fight off this mysterious ghost. Ooh, I've been waiting the longest time for this. Since 2015 when the first Ant-Man movie came out, it completely shook up the MCU. It was hugely comedic and it was nothing, and you know, Thor Ragnarok has made that a much bigger thing now, but there was no other films like that. They had a lot of improvisation and a lot of people using their own humour, Paul Rudd using his humour, etc, etc. So I couldn't wait when they said the Wasp is in it, but it's being played by Evangeline Lilly. Do I want to watch that? Fuck yeah, I do! Some would ask,
well, Ginger Guy, if the first one was so good, wouldn't another one just ruin it and try and do more of the same thing but worse?
And to that I would say, yes, random person. You would think that, but actually I think this is a fantastic continuation. This movie has the same great humour as the first one. Peyton Reed directed the first one as well. So you sit there and you think, yeah, and he really does continue his own brand of things. When a director can carry on what his whole vision was for Ant-Man in the first place, and he does it so well, you can really tell that the guys are more comfortable. Paul Rudd is Ant-Man through and through. They've really let him be the character rather than the character have to change Paul Rudd in any way. I really like that when a person is so comfortable within their skin as a character, you can never really tell the two apart. I love that. The story itself, I think, is actually done really cleverly. They have to fit like 2 or 3 story arcs into this movie within 2 hours. It's a lot to put into it. And I really think that it does it really well, really fun, really flows through what it has to get through, and really completes its stories, because a lot of movies you can get through and you've got this one story hanging in the air and you go, what actually happened? But actually it all comes together, sort of triangulates into the one main thing it has to get into itself. I really thought I was going to get lost in it like 10 minutes into the movie, like, whoa, okay, they've gone into this, whatever. But it all came together really well. I can't say much more than that. It really did work well within itself. Scott being under house arrest and having to fake and try and get his way out of the house while the FBI keep track of him is very, very entertaining, and the whole story is based around really getting Janet Van Dyne out of the quantum realm. And I'm sorry, you have to be a complete idiot. The amount of times they say quantum and quantum realm and quantum fields and everything, you've got to be an idiot to think that this isn't a huge part of Avengers 4. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that. But to bring Janet back is exactly what we wanted. It's always what we wanted from the start of Ant-Man, when they kept on and on and on about it, again with quantum stuff. It's really coming together well, and I really, really think that this is going to hugely blow the MCU out of the water once it all finally comes together next year. This is going to be a huge part of it. I think what this movie does quite cleverly is its lack of villain in an odd way. Yeah, you've seen the trailer. You know that Ghost is there forming through walls and shit. She's really cool doing that. But she's kind of the villain, but sort of not. Hannah John Carmen plays Ghost so well. She's a villain with purpose, with actual character-driven purpose. She needs to get help. She needs, I can't give anything away obviously if you've not seen the movie, but if you have, you'll know what I'm on about. She has purpose, she has meaning, she has something that she needs to save herself. She's not there to really hurt anyone. She's been manipulated, she's been told she has to do things. And that is all really well explained. So we were teased in the trailer and in the closing credits scene in the last Ant-Man movie. Was the Wasp worth the wait? Well, my dream girl Evangeline Lilly is the Wasp. She's so comfortable as the Wasp. She kicks ass as the Wasp. She has like the best scenes in the entire fucking movie. Yeah, she's pretty good. Now I'd say she's one of my favourite characters. She's a perfect fit. I cannot wait to see what they do with her in later instalments in the MCU. If there was anything wrong about this movie, I have like a couple of things to say. The main funny moments in the entire first Ant-Man movie were all him, and now he's just sort of forgotten about, or he's in there when they a cheap laugh, or he's given things like he works a corporate job now. It's really weird. They've sort of taken him away from what made him funny. What? Now don't get me wrong, this movie is still funny, but the first one just was written so much better. The stuff that Luis was given in the first movie was just so perfect, and it was done. In this movie it's done like once, the whole montage thing, but it was done so much more naturally, organically, funnier, more of it. This one, it just seemed to skimp back on that. I don't know why. And yes, we found out a while ago Michelle Pfeiffer was playing Janet Van Dyne, but she's in it for like 10 minutes, and I'm just hoping for her more of her. But hopefully they'll do something with her in later movies, I really do. I trust you, Marvel. My sweet, sweet babies. If you love the first Ant-Man movie, you'll love this movie, and it's got Evangeline Lilly in it. With all of this being said, guys, I'm going to give Ant-Man and the Wasp a 3.5 out of 5. So there you have it, guys. It was my take on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now if you have seen the movie, then please let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. I would love to know. Now before you all go, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Tell all your friends, and until next time, guys, this is your friendly neighbourhood ginger guy saying, Ginge out.